job to my.
Hey, Evan.
Hmm?
Did you get that one I sent you yesterday?
What's that?
The beat
you know,
I was messing with?
Somebody who can add and put stuff on my.
With that. See what I'm saying?
I'll listen to it.
What I'm saying.
We still need the extended beat.
You can go in from your account and work.
Remember when
on my
I sent you something yesterday? I sampled Janet Jackson.
So business wise going forward.
And I was just playing with it. I was chopping it.
I gotta check that out.
Send her stuff, man. She'll listen to it. I know if I had sent it to him, he wouldn't even listen to it. Oh man, I ain't get it. It'd be right there on his phone.
Hey, man, you remember Doug Hadaball?
Who?
Doug Hadaball, white boy.
Doug Hadaball.
I would think Ray would know more than you would.
That name sounds.
Hello, viewers. We're live. This is Gray Area Media. We're live on Facebook, and this is your boy Ray E.
This is your boy P. Wills. What's happening?
And this is Ebony.
We got Ebony in the building, y'all.
Yes, you said it like I'm a guest.
I mean,
like I'm a special guest.
I mean, we got to introduce you because you are the lady of the Gray Area. You know what I mean? You know, Pat would probably disagree with that.
Why would I
what part?
Because
that I'm not a lady?
Why would I disagree?
Always.
Because he always got something.
He always airing out our dirty laundry in public. What are you supposed to do when you got guests in the house? You supposed to be on your best behavior, right?
Okay, look. First of all,
you don't tell your business. You don't tell family business.
First of all, man, how'd y'all just completely switch to me and y'all were talking?
Because you always try to get on everybody else, and today it's your turn.
Man, you see how they do me, bro?
Oh, you should have heard this poem he read last week.
Oh my God.
What was it called? I love him.
It
was so beautiful.
Especially the part about the pregnancy.
The baby daddy. Something on all fours.
I owe you man for that one.
All fours, right? Is that what, that's what it was.
Tell the whole story, man. See?
You needed that.
Tell the whole story, man. Come on, man. You know Willie here, man. You
we deleted that show so they can't get any context on that show.
You can't do that, man, to me. You got to tell the whole story.
We have some very special guests today here, y'all. We have 4 Champs promotion in the building. Lamont Brewster. I'm sorry. Lamont Sullivan.
It's all good. It's all good.
Let people get y'all mixed up?
Initially until they figure it out. They think, I don't know, I'm being a champ every now and then.
I heard that.
And then a guy we know very well, Willie the Snake.
Jake Jr.
Willie the Snake, Jake Jr.
Still got the same attitude he had in high school, man. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, what's happening? What's happening with you?
Man, I got a question for you. When did you get into boxing?
I've been boxing since I was like 6.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I really
didn't
take it into fruition until I got older after college. And just couldn't get away from playing football.
Oh, okay.
I needed that contact sport, and I just didn't want to play football.
I'm surprised you ain't knock a few people out of school, man. It's school,
man.
You look like
but when you professional though, you know how to you know what your levels. You gotta restrain yourself.
That's the best part about boxing is just the your discipline.
Knowing that you can knock somebody out, but you just won't.
No, just you can't let everybody
they can catch them hands, but you just decide not to.
Anytime.
Being a boxer to me is like having a gun on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want somebody to say something crazy to me.
Cedric the Entertainer, I wish he would.
You wish a nigga would.
Right now.
Hey, listen, man. Play this dude in basketball, man, 1-on-1. Because, I mean, we've done that. And he's angry, man. Aggressive. Listen, I compare him, man, to
he plays hella defense.
Nah, bro, listen. I compare him, man, to like a more offensive Charles Oakley.
Man.
Just angry, man. You know, he going to throw some bows, man. He going to talk crazy.
I see why they say you sensitive, man.
He
wanted us to call him sincere.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired in the blue.
Yeah, man. Wow. Hey, I'll take that.
He took it back 20 years.
You ain't got no choice.
You're the same, man.
Willie is knocking boys out. You don't have no choice today.
I saw him on Facebook. I said, yeah, man. I wouldn't be in no ring, man, with him, boy.
He's doing it.
So tell us about 4 Champs Promotions, how it got started, And just give us a little bit more about it.
Four Champs Promotions. We got started. Layman Brewster. Layman Brewster was. We went to high school together. Damon and Layman are family.
Okay.
Layman and I were teammates in high school. We played a couple years of varsity football together, but we were in the program together for 3 out of the 4 years that I was in high school because he was a year older. After Layman finished up his career, he came home to Indianapolis about 5 years ago. He moved back from LA, got his family on the road. They came back and stopped at our. As soon as he got back, we had I think it was like a Thanksgiving get together right before the holidays when everybody kind of scattered out. I can't remember what it was, but we invited him to come since he had just got back, and he stopped through. And that night, me and him had a heart-to-heart conversation about some stuff, and we said one of the things that we really wanted to do was do something together. We didn't know what at the time, but he said, let me get my thoughts there. That led to him coming to my house, and he school, played football together, grew up together. It made sense because when I was in high school and I fought Golden Gloves, I had to go all the way to LA just to get fights.
Right.
One up in Northwest Indiana. In Indianapolis, we had more fighters than that. So everybody wasn't. Then he put us together. He called up from here. You guys got to sync up, and we was like, we got it from here. And,
At first you're rough, ain't it?
Right.
angry. Some days you just do it. Some days you did it out of anger. Some days you did it because you was motivated and people doubted you. So one day it's the haters. The next day it's ambition. And then the next day a fighter call you and say, you know, I want to. Y'all can't quit because we ain't got no other options. So every day we tried to quit, something came back. And somebody came around and said, come on, one more time.
It keeps you going, man.
One more time.
And
we persevered, and 4 years later, we are the undisputed promotion company, literally in the Midwest. There's nobody out here doing it like we do it that doesn't have a casino or major TV or something like that, big money behind them.
Right.
And so that's where we're at right now. And right now we're acquiring talent as our newly signed Indiana State champion, Willie Jakes, inked his deal this week, and that's where we at.
Congratulations.
So how did you two link up?
It was about a dog in the park. We kind of linked up because of Layman. Layman was trying to, he was doing some coaching at a gym that I was at. He came in, and I knew Layman from my past, and he knew my dad or whatever, from boxing also, and we kind of talked, and, you know, he said he had some ways, you know, a couple avenues for me to, you know, we could look into, and, but Layman, think about Layman, is Layman gets very busy, so Layman kind of disappeared on me for a while, so I didn't know where he was at, and that avenue disappeared, and then one day, one of my coaches came in. At the time, Kenny Walker came in and he was telling me that they had this promotion company that was, you know, trying to get us on some fights. Well, they put me on a couple. They said, well, actually, out of my 9 fights, they put me on 6 of them. I was on my 6. Pretty much my entire pro career has been on that show.
Okay.
So, you know, the more we only hooked up.
Boxing booty call.
Boxing booty call. Come on, man.
We only hooked up just to fight. That wasn't it. We wasn't doing no outside of business. We wasn't growing the the partnership. It was nothing but just get me on your car, let me fight. I'm out my way. Thanks. Let's keep it moving.
Nice.
Well, now it's to the point where, you know, we're trying to build and grow. Like he said, we can't. A lot of us, I still have to lead the state really to fight. If I want some serious competition to continue to grow in the rankings, I got to lead.
Right.
Or we got to have the money to bring people in.
For sure.
So now that I'm linked up with them, I have this avenue to where I'm gonna get to fight here, and I'm gonna bring the better competition in, and also I'll be able to move to other states with backing behind me.
So why do you have to go to another state? Is it because
there ain't no
you can't get the
competition
draw?
here.
Oh,
He did knock
okay.
everybody out.
So it's not about the draw. It's about the
Nobody
competition.
want none.
Because there is no other heavyweights in Indiana, not Indianapolis, Indiana.
Indiana.
What about
True story. Too short.
what's his name? The young guy, because he was at Shortridge. Incredible. What's his name? I mean, is
He's
he
not a
heavyweight?
heavyweight.
He's not
Light heavyweight.
Oh, okay.
He's
Okay.
a light heavyweight.
Okay.
So what makes a person professional? I've always wanted to ask this question. What is determined? Do you have one fight in a professional realm, and then when you win, I mean, how do you become a professional boxer?
Originally it was that you took off your headgear and you had nothing protect you but your mouthpiece.
Wow.
But they do that in the amateurs now, so it really does. I mean,
What you mean? Like they don't have any
headgear or anything like
yeah,
that.
nothing, man. Just straight.
But now in the amateurs, it's called the elite division.
Okay.
The only thing about that is they don't get paid, and I do.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Okay, got you. So when I see like the Olympic boxers and they have things on, like what is that?
Well, Olympic boxing, there's different rules and regulations.
Okay.
So it's okay for you not to box an Olympic bout without a headgear, but in the Olympics you gotta wear headgear.
Got you. It's like an international rule or something.
Right.
Okay.
So
I
much
always
money.
thought about that. Like
It's so much money
you're
involved.
knocking people out, but then you got to put this thing on. So
It's so much money involved in it that different entities are buying their way into it, and they want a piece.
okay.
And headgear ain't appealing. They can make more money by taking it off.
Ooh, okay.
Convince you that you can move up in the amateur rankings, which means you're a professional contract.
Got you.
You can get that big time
You get that
professional
big money.
contract.
Right.
So that's how they convince you to take more risk without getting paid.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Wow. Okay.
and they get paid because they getting amateur free fights,
Right.
world class athletes, but they charging to watch you perform.
While you get no dollars.
So
Wow.
it's murky water that they swimming in,
Mm-hmm.
and they fighting over it to this day. Matter of fact, WBC, the big sanctioning bodies are actually to the point where they're almost getting ready to sue, if they've not already sued some of the amateur organizations, because that's pro fighting.
That's
Right.
pimping at its finest.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
That's what
I
it
mean,
sounds like.
yeah. I mean, are the purses good now?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you know what? I take that back. I'm gonna be honest with you. You are what you make.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of cats is making $500 purses. Some's making 1,000. Who knows? It depends on. It goes up. It goes up by the rounds, and it goes up by your competition. If you step up and then you step in there with somebody with a decent record, and they see you as the bum, you gonna get paid. Now you might get the upset, but you still gonna get paid.
Mm-hmm.
But if you the cat walking around here and you the champ, you really ain't making no money because
it's a
you're growing.
process.
I mean, I'm at the basement stage.
Okay.
I'm at the basement stage.
I say the foundation. He's
Dang.
7-1. He's
I'm below the
No,
basement.
no, the foundation,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, foundation. Yeah, you're above the
you,
basement.
yeah, you up there. I mean, at 7-1, Willie,
Mm-hmm.
he's a heavyweight. They don't throw a ton of punches. He throws more punches than most heavyweights, but he not a lot of wear and tear. He's got some upside as a heavyweight.
Why do you think that there's only one heavyweight in this entire state?
It's not that I think.
Don't nobody want them hands.
It's that I know. I did amateurs. I did amateurs in Indianapolis. I've done nationally ranked fights. I mean, I've done it as an amateur. I've done what I put my work in.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when you in high school, you play for the coach and you play basketball. If you playing football, you work your way up to college.
Right.
College, you work your way to pros. Well, I did what I had to do to claim my stake here as a professional now. But as an amateur, I was a 4-time Golden Glove champion. You know, I went to the nationals in the semifinals. I've been to the USA the Olympic trials. I did it. And when I came home, I made sure I put on for the city as far as I was that guy.
Right.
I made sure I didn't lose to nobody here because I'm somewhere else
Right.
and I'm representing Indiana. So I put that stake on my back. And then that, now that I'm pro and I got this state championship belt, I'm back doing I'm doing all over again.
Man.
So when you want to come here and you want it, I gladly fight you for it.
Yeah, y'all hear that?
Yeah.
I
Y'all
gladly
hear
fight
that?
for it.
You looking
But-
at me?
But
I'm just saying. Did you ever
Keeping my
did you hear?
glasses up. Wait, what does that
Well, here's
mean?
somebody with glasses.
Right. What you mean?
it's just, I
don't want none.
But in reality, in Indiana, it's just boxing is really not that big.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we got our handful of fighters here,
I'm gonna say because Indianapolis is like they always like I'm a video game. When I was playing video games, Indianapolis was one of the cities on the game. So I was like, maybe Indianapolis is a boxing city.
Hey, man,
Why do you think that they make?
Is Indiana a party city?
It's getting there now.
Definitely.
It can
Kinda.
be.
Yeah.
By us living here, it can be, right?
Right.
But we all know what it's like. Well,
Right.
by me being a boxer, it can be a boxing state.
Oh, okay.
Just like it's the Pacers and the Colts.
Right.
Right.
We have potential for
Right.
that market, but you got to get people to buy into it.
Oh, okay.
It only takes one. My partner Damon, he matchmakes and he does an amazing job. That people wouldn't believe. We matchmake TV bouts.
Mm-hmm.
We matchmake all over the Midwest, and this is just something that when we first formed this thing up, I'm sort of like operations. I go get venues.
Okay.
I make sure things are set up. I take care of anything that has to do with the fight outside of personnel. That's
Okay.
more my thing.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
You had a
Anything.
really nice setup. Where was that?
At the factory.
The factory.
Yeah.
That was nice.
We and Damon
professional.
secures the talent. So as we fell into our roles, Damon handles the matchmaking and all the talent.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him will argue on the phone, and then I don't even know why I'm arguing with him because I know I'm gonna lose and he right. But I just get to say what I want to. But as Willie alluded to, it's not a fight town recognized by casual fans.
Okay.
Right.
Now,
Right.
now,
like Las Vegas.
right.
Right.
But
Las Vegas.
right now, Indianapolis fights more than half the fight towns
Really?
around here. We have been killing it as far as volume.
It's been hard to fight in the market that we have right now we have new promoters trying to come on and make the scene a little bit more, which is really tying up fighters.
Oh, okay.
So say for instance, there was y'all fought in March.
Yes, March 10th.
So they fought in March, then somebody else tried to fight in March, which my fight was March 24th. And just imagine you got 12 guys here from Indianapolis, all selling tickets to the same fans.
Right.
Everybody was like, okay, I can get this one, but I can't pay $30 for that one too. Or I can't pay
Right,
VIP
right.
to get in that one.
Right.
So you got everybody in 1 month spending $130, $40, $50 trying to get to one fight.
Right.
We're trying to get to everybody's fight. It's not going to work.
Right.
So now,
Y'all got to be strategic
Yeah.
about the promotion thing,
Right.
man. I guess that is tough because you become oversaturated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it's and like I said, it only takes one. Right now,
That's why I'm here.
Hey, nah, bro.
no, somebody's got to take the lead. I mean,
Do it.
and right now, there is no dominant personality that really wants to take the reins. Like when I hear him talk,
Right.
he comes to me all the time and say, "Why are you wasting your time with everybody else?" He's been persistent about that. You know,
Sure.
sometimes I blow him off, sometimes I take him serious, and we go back and forth, and then, you know, I try to get him to understand what's going on with the budget versus, hey, this is why we do this, and he look at me just like that sometimes, like, I ain't ready for that, but
Charlie Brown, wah 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 wah. And
It's
I'm
a-
sitting here like,
it's a balancing act.
whenever you ready, let me know. I'm gonna come prepared. I'm gonna put on a show for everybody. Everybody gonna see what I do. We're gonna walk away happy and high five.
What does it take to be a heavyweight? Like what?
Fat.
Heavyweight technically?
technically you
No,
have
technically you're not, cause all you gotta do is go outside and run a little bit,
Right.
and your weight go away.
Right.
It goes away.
I
Take
do
a
know-
water-
If I start
take a
training,
water
it's
pill.
gonna go away.
Yeah, see, I train and I train and I train
Right.
and I
Take a
think
water pill. You about
I
150.
think this is live on weight. This is live on weight.
I wonder if heavyweights are fat. Because I think if they really worked out, I used to question Willie. I'd be like, man, because I seen him fight amateur light heavy.
Okay.
So
it wasn't like heavy. It
Well,
was cruiser.
Cruiser.
What's
so,
the difference, man, between light heavy and cruiser?
Weight.
10 pounds.
10 pounds?
Yeah.
Anything over 186 to 200, I believe.
What?
Light heavy.
Cruiser.
Cruiser. I'm sorry, cruiser is 186,
189.
somewhere in there.
So
Somewhere
that's in
in there.
between light, heavy, and then heavy.
Right.
Okay.
So cruiser is from cruiser to heavy. That's where you at.
Okay.
That's where you at from cruiser to heavy.
Okay.
And anything from I say 189. I believe 188. I really don't know because I'm not there no more.
Okay.
From 180 something to 200 something plus pounds. You in that
Nine
ballpark.
extra value meals past that.
But see, that's the crazy part about it is, it's not food.
Right.
It's juice.
Right.
I got
It's
kids.
juice.
I got kids.
Wow.
Juicy
We need
juice.
to talk about that juice.
You know. Oh shoot.
Hello.
The champ is
It's
here.
Layman Brewster.
You come on here, boy.
Put my glasses on.
It's Layman Brewster.
We got a former champ in the building. And then the other half of 4 champ promotion in the building.
Which one? Oh, that one over there.
I can go, Willie.
Now-
I can
now
go
you
around
going
there
over
and
there now.
share a mic with Pat.
Yeah, let's do that.
So what you think? Everybody gonna fly that way?
Yep.
What?
You just come over here.
What you got to say, Pat?
And then
I'm messing with you.
What you say, like
just slide
back
over
together?
this way. Yep, right,
Right.
here.
No, man, her attitude, man.
You good right
I
there.
think you got that headset
Oh,
over there,
man, you
man.
coming here?
Yeah. Come over here.
And you just slide one out.
Yeah. Willie said, I'm keeping the swivel chair. I don't care what you
I'm
say.
sorry. Well, you want me to get on the hard bottom?
No, I'll take it.
You sure?
Yeah. Look at
I
that.
can definitely
And
get
you
up.
gotta stand up.
I think I'm gonna get up
Same
there.
size as the mic anyway, so you.
Dang, shots fired.
What happened? I missed it.
You said you stand up because you are about the same size as the mic.
We both thought we were sending. I thought we were sending to you. He said, I thought you would.
All right.
I'm glad you guys made it, man.
Yeah,
Sorry,
absolutely.
man,
sir.
for coming.
Absolutely. Layman Brewster.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Damon Howe.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nice to meet you, sir.
All right, all right.
I'm glad y'all could make it. We was just in the middle of talking about. Oh, I'm
Can
sorry.
I say one thing first?
Go ahead.
Hey, I want to thank my frat brother, Daniel Austin, for making this happen. He brought this to attention. We were at drill one day,
Oh.
and he said, reach out to you guys. So shout out to my man. He said, tell you
wow.
Smurf
Yeah,
said,
man.
what's up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
Tell him what's
Phi
happening.
Beta Sigma looking out for each other.
Well, thank you.
Well,
Thank
man.
him for reaching out.
Yeah, thank you, man, for spreading the word, man.
Absolutely. This is what the platform is here for, man, to get the word out, to see what's going on in the community. And we just glad to have y'all in here, man, to talk about things that people don't know much about. You know, it's important for us to create a culture and a platform where we can talk about things that are going on.
Yeah.
And, you know, instead of being charged for, like, or news or radio or whatever, we just here to be a platform. So thank y'all for coming through.
We appreciate it.
And so 4 Champs Promotion, he was telling us how things got started, how you guys just decided to come together and create an arena for boxing to thrive here in this area. And you're a former champ.
Yes, sir.
Still a champ.
You look like you're still ready to get in the boxing ring, man.
Indiana's first
Still
and
a
only.
champ.
Indiana's first and only world
That's
heavyweight
right.
champion.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, what are you doing these days, man?
Well, I was well, you know, that's really one of those questions that you ain't got enough time. But I'm just I'm just telling you like this, man. I'm here to try to help my city, my state. I grew up here. I grew up in Hallville. Made
Shout out
the
to
U.S.
Hallville,
Olympic
USA.
team. Made the U.S. Olympic team in '94. 93, from '93 to '96. And you know, just try to represent my city, man. You know, to the fullest, to the best that I could. And so I'm trying to help everybody in this sport in the best way that I can by using the stage that I built with my fist. You know what I mean? And so, you know, 4 Champs, man. You know, these guys are these are my family. These are my brothers. We actually started it together, man. And these dudes have just taken it to a whole nother level. And I'm so proud of them. And Willie Jake, he just won his first title, and I'm
Shout
so
out to my
proud
man.
of him. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just, you know, I'm the. My saying is get in where you fit in, and if you can't stand, sit in. So my thing is, it ain't enough room for me up front. I'm gonna sit in the back and just make sure that these dudes don't have to look back. You feel
There
me?
you go.
Yeah, man.
There
That's
you
what's
go.
up, man. So what led you, man, to start boxing?
Bruce Lee.
Mm.
Bruce Lee. So I was 7 years
That's
old.
interesting.
I lived on
Bruce Lee
Burson.
was cold, man.
You already know.
No hesitation.
No.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce
3
Lee.
times. He said it 3 times.
Yeah, Bruce
So I
Lee,
was
man.
7 years old, man. I used to live down the street, walking distance, like a block away from Riverside Community Center. And my mother, she had this job at the airport, and she had saved up in the 70s, like $100 to buy me this drum set, man. That was a lot of money for a drum set for a 7-year-old kid. Like I'm balling or something. I'm the Fresh Prince of Berthold Parkway. Right? So one day she had some company over, and like any child, you want to hang out with the adults and hear what they saying. She was like, "Go to your room." I'm like, okay. Got my Star Wars, my Luke Skywalker pajamas on. Man, I went in that room and I tore those drums up, man. And so after the company left, she tore me up. So I came home from school, and she was like, we're gonna do something with all that energy. I said, "What you talking about?" She said, "We're gonna take you up to Riverside. We're gonna put you in some type of activities." And I'm like, "All right, cool. I want to do karate anyway. I want to be like Bruce Lee." But they didn't offer martial arts, but they did offer boxing. And Bob Chambers of Soros Johnson boxing gym at Riverside at that time, he took me in. He allowed me, even though I was only 7, I think the age was 8, but he allowed me to come in there and shoot, man. When I walked in that gym and I smelled that sweat, like I had never smelled leather and sweat. Like if you ever been in the gym, you know a boxing gym. Like you can go anywhere in this world, you can go to any place in the world, but when you go into a boxing gym, you know you're in a boxing gym. And it was something about that just really made the hair on my back stand up. It made my spirit say, "Let's fight," against Andrew Golota in 2005 for the fastest knockout in the heavyweight championship title fight. And I'm proud to say that, being from Indianapolis, Indiana, I hold the knockout over everybody in the sport of the heavyweight division in history, from Jack Johnson to Mike Tyson.
Wow.
I hold that record. And I'm proud of that.
And what was that?
53 seconds of the first round over Andrew Golota.
53 seconds. Gone.
That must have been a long time for him.
Yeah, he didn't know he fought me.
They
I'm serious, he didn't. He didn't. They said that after they took him back to the dressing room and took his clothes off, he said that they kind of left him sitting there for a minute by himself. Said while they was over there talking, he got up and started shadowboxing, started putting his clothes back on, thinking he was about to go out and fight.
Damn. He's ready to fight again. Didn't know that the fight had happened.
You already know.
What you catch him with, man?
Everything but the kitchen. Oh, I did hit him with the kitchen sink. My bad.
Wow.
Yo.
Man, I see, I'm a different breed. I see, when I look at boxing, I was like, why would anybody want to get in a ring to get knocked out? That's my fear. It's getting in the ring with somebody and getting knocked out.
Well, hold on, man. Nah, see, you don't really mean that. You think you mean that, but you don't, because here's the thing. You sitting where you sitting as a black man behind that microphone,
For sure.
because you had the balls to take a chance on getting knocked out.
For sure.
But
Real
instead,
talk.
you won the title.
Absolutely.
So represent.
Absolutely.
Do what you do. Well, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. In life, love what you do and do what you love.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's some people that love being a trash man. I don't like maggots. I don't like flies, and I don't like stink. But if that's what you do what you do, baby. Because,
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, man, we all got a role to play.
For sure.
So just play your role.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love watching boxing, though.
Oh, yeah.
Look, when I be watching boxing, I be boxing.
Yeah, right?
I don't be hitting nobody. My girl be like, why you moving so much? I'm trying to knock me. What? I want him to knock him out.
Well, man, here's the thing. There's no man on the face of this earth. Even Stevie Wonder wish he could be a fighter. There's nothing greater on the face of this earth than a warrior.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's like a woman wants to feel protected. If she bears down and give her life to a man, she want to know if something is jumping off outside that house, he gonna take care of it. She gonna be safe.
True story.
So it's all about security. And for me, man, let me tell you, boxing wasn't about me thinking that I was better than anybody else. It was me proving myself that I was better than everybody else. I was afraid, so I wanted to face my fear. I never wanted to be hit. I used to think I was a pretty boy back in the day. You know what I mean? But here's the thing: can I hit you more than you can hit me? Can I make you get tired and me be tired and look you in your eye and say, do you still want to fight? Because I want to kill you if that's what it comes to.
Right.
So, you know, at the end of the day, man, that's life. Because it's like everybody, it says nothing new under the sun, right? So anything that you do, somebody else then has done, is doing, or is going to do.
Right.
So just be the best at it. In order to be the best at it, you got to take a leap of faith. You cannot
that's
get
real.
anywhere in
That's
life
real,
being
man.
successful
Absolutely.
and not taking a leap unless your parents are the Trumps. You know what I mean?
Bro,
And then you're really, I'm just kidding.
Then you can just watch it on TV.
I want to ask y'all something, right? I mean, if this has ever happened, like, you know, the first time that y'all got caught, you know, just boxing, right, you know, in the ring, and that dude caught you, whether, you know, it was a body shot or, I mean, how did y'all react?
The
We
first time,
actors. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah.
the first time, I played it off smooth. At the time, I had a bad shoulder injury, and I'm gonna tell you who did it. The dude's name was Chris Pearson.
Okay.
He's actually he's a fighter now.
Ain't you about 100 pounds?
Nah, yeah.
I'm just
All
kidding.
right.
Joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Shots fired.
It was a
Shots
joke.
fired.
It was a
Yeah,
joke.
You got the heavyweights, man.
See, I had to look.
Notice.
But no, he caught me with a body shot in the upper rib. So I was like, ow, man, my shoulder came out. I was like, sparring session's over. Hey, man, coach, we got to handle this. So we get back to the gym, and he's like, Jake, man, I watched the film. I was like, yeah. It wasn't none of his business.
Well, be honest about that though, man.
I mean, yeah, because you know, then I wasn't nowhere near where I am now. I was in there, but I was in Ohio. I didn't want to be embarrassed in front of all them cats, man. Ain't no way. No, he did not drop me. I'm okay. My shoulder is killing me. Get me out of here.
Well, he's saying the right thing, man, because, you know, the thing is about boxing and life is the same things, man. The only thing is that boxing is easier because at least in boxing, anytime I'm hurt, I can take a knee. You know what I mean? I can always quit. Life, you can't. You gotta get up and keep fighting no matter what, man. In the case of what Jake was saying, I can say, I don't even speak for me. I've been hurt plenty of times, but for some reason, my ego would never allow anybody to know you hurt me. I'm gonna look you in your eye and still make you think I'm gonna kill you. And I'm hurting like a mug. I done pissed blood for weeks before, but you know the thing of it is, man, is I never want nobody to ever think that they hurt me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, for sure.
And if you knock me down, when I get up, I'm gonna fake it like a mug. Matter of fact, when I fought Klitschko, he knocked me down. Well, no, he didn't knock me down. He almost knocked me. He hit me with a shot that hurt me, and I staggered. But he was so, like, he hit me with a real good shot, but he stepped so far back trying to get away from me that he didn't realize he hurt me. So when he realized he hurt me, he stepped in and tried to hit me again. And I was like, okay, this is when sense gets real common. Take a knee. You know what I mean? So I took a knee, and then I was like, okay, first time in my life. I'm 31. I started at 7. I ain't never been knocked down. All right, look over at your corner. Let them know you're all right. All right, ask yourself, you all right? All right, make sure you're up before the count 8. You know what I mean? So I had already rehearsed this for months in case. Yeah, man, you know, because it's like, if you don't prepare for the absolute worst, then you'll never know how to truly deal with it if you have to cross that road. And for me, that was the first time I ever touched the canvas. I was like, shoot, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it was so memorized. Like, I remember it like yesterday. You know, it was like everything was like, okay, check. Okay, wow, I talked to her. Oh, wow, all right. You know, so when I got up, I was kind of like, let's go get this. And that's when he saw. That was at that point that he had saw that, like, nothing he could do. Because I told him before the fight, I said, listen, man, the only way you're going to beat me is to kill me.
Right.
And I'm not afraid to die. Like, see, so many people afraid to die, but why could you ever be afraid to die for something you're truly passionate for in your heart? Like my kids, my wife, my family, my brothers. I would die for these dudes. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I tell you that, well, then I just signed my own check. So it's not going to bounce, because either you're going to kill me or I'm gonna kill you.
Right. Man, that's tough.
Man.
Who was the most challenging? This is for both of y'all. Who was the most challenging fighter?
My mama. You know what you heard.
That look like no other.
What the? I learned defense because boy, look at here, look at here. Nah, man. My most challenging fight was when I fought Cliff ATN, and that was my first loss. Because at that point I was 21-0 with 18 knockouts, and he had been in prison for 10 years, and he had Don Turner, Holyfield's old trainer, in his corner, and my ego was just huge. Like, okay, this is my first time on HBO. You know, I used to be married before. I'm gonna show the whole world that you shouldn't have doubted me. I'm gonna go out here and kill this dude. But here's the problem: I trained to box this dude. I didn't train to fight this dude. And so, because I'm on television. Well, I've been on television all my life as a fighter, but HBO as a fighter, like my first time. So, yeah, I grew up watching HBO, Boxing After Dark with my dad, and you know. So my trainer, as I'm walking to the ring, he says, and my trainer, by the way, rest in peace, his name was Bill Slayton. He trained Ken Norton and Michael Dokes. And so, with me feeling like I got this legacy to keep up, to uphold, and I'm this puncher, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I made it about me. And so when I walk into the ring, now mind you, I trained to box. I didn't train to fight. When I got in the ring, right before I got in the ring, my trainer looks over to me, he say, "Son," he said, "you be the man." When he said that, forget that boxing. I'm fighting. I'm from Hallville. I'm up in the clubs fighting. Man, somebody going to sleep. But you can't do what you didn't train to do. And so when the bell rung, my nerves just was like, man, I'm too geeked up to try to box. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I went out there. I'm swinging, he's swinging. I'm swinging, he's swinging. And man, I'm planting as hard as I can into this canvas. And you have different type of canvases. If you don't know, you have bouncy canvases for boxers, and then you got those soft canvases for sluggers. Well, I was what you consider a boxer puncher, and I came to box, so I needed a bouncy canvas, but I wasn't the main event, so I didn't get to make that card. Get to make that rule. But the point I'm trying to make was that because that canvas was so soft that when I sat down and I went from Texas to try to hit this dude, man. And I turned so hard into that punch that had I hit him, I'd have knocked his spirit out too. You feel me? But I missed. And when I missed, I tore my ACL. I tore my the interior cruciate ligament, ACL, all those different technical names. But it's the first round. And so your adrenaline is high, you know what I mean? My wife watching, my mama watching, my daddy, you know what I mean? Everybody. So I fought for 10 rounds. I fought for 10 rounds, dude. And like I didn't never want to let him know I was hurt. You feel me? And even my trainer was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" So he ended up beating me on points, man. And you know, that was
But
probably
you went all the rounds.
yeah. But see, that taught me a lot about myself because, man, I got hit with punches, and I wasn't used to getting hit, man. This dude was hitting me with some good thing. He wouldn't know one-hitter quitter. You know what I mean? He could hit you with 3 or 4 and get you out, but I could take a good punch. But the thing is like, man, that dude was hitting me with some shots. And it was just like, man, okay, dude, and another one, and it got to the point where it was like, man, if so much wasn't on the table, I would have quit, man, because it's like no fighter wants to feel like, man, if I keep getting hit, boy, I'm gonna be brain damaged one day. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I finished it, and it just what it did was it allowed me to find out how much I really wanted. And this is the thing about life, man. And you brothers are now coming to understand what I had to come to understand through war. In order to get anything, you got to be willing to give everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's big, man. That's big. Really.
I haven't had too many difficult fights, but But I honestly, like I said, my record's only 7-1.
Only.
Yeah, man, that ain't nothing. I'm trying to get some bigger and better. But my one loss came from this dude named Jermaine Franklin.
Okay.
What I say was a challenging fight. Not really challenging. I went into a world where it was a bunch of unknowns.
Okay.
We watched this dude's film. He looked like a little short, pudgy cat. I step into the ring. This dude's like 6'3", 6'4". I'm sitting there looking like, hey, man, somebody's scout report is terrible. You're fired. And